Hey, hey, what's going on? This is Sunshine.
E.
All right.
Hey everybody, hey everybody, hey.
Okay.
Excuse
All
me.
right, it's all right.
Trying to go up too far of a hot octave and got choked.
Yeah,
But hey everybody,
yeah.
this is Sunshine and E
Right,
back
right.
again for some more reaction videos.
Videos, that's right. And I'm E and the thing, we've been getting some comments from time to time.
Sunshine.
That she's Sunshine.
See? Shades.
And I'm E. Because, in fairness to the people that get it wrong, a lot of YouTube, I'm going to say, a lot of YouTube channels that people introduce themselves. This is your boy, or this is Stu. But we figured we'd induce each other, so that's just how we did it. But we're gonna get into something. This is gonna be like a 3-part dealy. We talk about some mysterious reincarnation stories, and this one's gonna be the first story. So it's gonna be like the part 1. So it'll be the first story. I always interested in certain things. A lot of people don't like to not get involved with things because either they're afraid or they don't understand, or they just say that's not my thing. But I'm the kind I like to kind of dibble and dabble in as much as I can, respectfully, but I'm just like, that's me. I'm just curious about a lot of things. So we're going to get started. Before we do me a favor, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, also share, comment below. So come on, let's go.
Number 3, Olivia, England. When Olivia was 2 years old, she was out walking with her mother. When her mother asked, "What time do you think it is?" and Olivia replied, 7 o'clock, then added 1787. On another occasion, when Olivia was 2 years old, she casually said to her mother, "My name used to be Daisy."
What?
A short time later, she again approached her mother and said, "Robinson." Her mother asked what that meant, and Olivia replied, "It was my name, and that's used to be called Daisy Robinson." When she was 2.5, Olivia would often talk about past events. Her father asked her whether she used to have a different mummy and daddy, and she excitedly replied, "Yes." Another time, Olivia came up to her mother and told her, "All the air came out of here," and her mother replied, "Out of where?" And Olivia pointed to the middle of her body and said, "Here, and I died, but I don't like talking about it," and then left the room. Her mother was quite stunned because Olivia had had no contact with death other than seeing a dead frog once that her parents hadn't even told her was dead. One day after waking up from a nap, Olivia spoke to her mother again about 1787. Her mother asked her if she'd remembered any songs back then, and Olivia immediately said, "London Bridge is falling down," which was a favourite of hers. That nursery rhyme was in fact around in 1787. Another time, Olivia walked up to her mother and out of the blue said, 30 years old. Her mother said, "Who is 30 years old?"
That's how it
And
was.
Olivia replied, "I was when I died. I died because I didn't eat anything and then wandered away." Her mother then thought back to the voracious appetite Olivia had when she was a newborn, which could be explained by the starvation that she had suffered shortly before dying in her previous life. Olivia was eating a green apple one day and giggling to herself. She told her mother that Daisy Robinson had only eaten red apples, but now she only ate green apples. Another time, she said that Daisy Robinson's mother was called Kitty. Her mother knew that Olivia did not know anyone called Kitty, neither did she. Olivia did not talk about the subject again until she was about 4 years old, where Olivia's mother figured she'd outgrown it, and so they had a conversation about the death of their family dog. Olivia wondered whether the dog would come back as another dog, because she had had past lives. But then Olivia said that their dog would not be a new doggy yet, because you spend a bit of time dead first, like a few weeks or months or something. Her mother asked, "Is that what happened to you?" And she replied, "Yes." Mother asked where she was after she died, and she said she didn't exist. She said that she just went into thin air. She went up into the sky and broke up into bits of dust. The dust then floated all over the place. She said dying wasn't scary, and when she was dust, other people made friends with her. They were dust as well. Mother asked if she was afraid of dying. Olivia said she wasn't, but the thought of dying did make her sad because she liked being on Earth. Olivia talked about Daisy's life and where she lived in a little town. She could not remember the name of the town, but said it was in England. She said most people lived in little villages where everyone knew each other. In the little town, they sold bread, cheese and meat. Mother asked whether there was a McDonald's in the town. Olivia laughed and said it wasn't invented yet. She said they didn't have cars, only horses. She also said the money they used had the king on it, and the coins were bumpy on the edges and very flat. Olivia's mother investigated English coins from 1787 that Olivia claimed she had seen in her life as Daisy, and found that there was an imprint of King George III on them with serrated bumpy edges and were flatter than modern day coins. Her mother decided to show Olivia a collection of English coins dating back to the 1600s, where Olivia was able to point to a 1787 King George shilling. She said she remembered. She was also able to recognise other coins from the reign of King George III. For a child of between 2 and 5 years old to remember things in vivid detail is quite amazing, because at that age they only had a limited life experience. So if she had not lived a previous life as Daisy Robinson, where did she get all the information from?
Right.
Number 2, Hannah.
Okay. Number 2, Hannah. We'll get to part 2, but part 1. What are your thoughts of that?
I mean, I often wondered, when we do pass away. Actually, we were just talking, a friend of mine and I were just talking about this the other day. And you wonder that when you do, some people believe that when you're gone, you're just gone. You know nothing at that point. And I mean, it's true, but we don't know the power of the Almighty. We don't know. We just, okay. So I said, if we wonder if when you pass away, you go into another form of life, and I made emphasis to her, and I said, what if when you're dreaming, you are actually in another life? And she said the same thing. She was like, I don't know, and so, I mean, how would this little girl know that?
It's interesting because, and what's, I guess, good about this is that the mother kind of verifies some of the facts of the coin, and some of the things that I guess the different coins that she was able to recognize. But, it's hard for a young person, like an older person, then you can see, because they might be a little bit well traveled, talk to more people, so it can kind of affect their mind a little bit where they're really bringing up something that they do know at one time. So that's really difficult to, but everybody has a lot of different theories, because people say that believe in reincarnation. They say the more things you kind of remember, or things, like deja vus that you have, the more frequently that happens, or maybe the closer to your death. That
was the other thing.
Because you kind of remember, that's kind of the last thing you kind of remember or something. So I don't know, I have one thing that I do, and I was like, it's kind of freaky that I do, because like if you do something, like say you go traveling somewhere, and we go traveling, and sometimes some places they'll say, hey, make sure you bring a t-shirt, or make sure you bring some shades, make sure you bring, they'll tell you, and you'll be like, I'm okay, and then you realize why they told you that, and in your mind, next time I do it, I'm going to do that. There's times I've done that in regular life where a decision came up, and I say, in my mind, it's like, next time I'm going to do it different. But I was like, there's no next time. You can't, like, if you're a woman that has a baby and then she can't have babies no more, she go, well, next time I'll do this with my baby. You wouldn't make that You couldn't think because there's no next time if you're just talking this life only.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird from time to time I would do that. Like, oh, next time and I was like, wait a minute. I've missed that, So it's kind of weird. But I've actually, and I'll probably get more into the part 2 on some other things that I've thought about. And
I mean, one thing about this too also, it just seems like now with the internet, I can Google you, or you could Google somebody, and back then, or however when this was, we didn't have the capabilities. Or maybe she could have looked up who. That would have been strange if she had actually looked up who this was. Olivia, or was that the little girl's name?
I'm hoping her name was Daisy Robinson.
Daisy Robinson.
And she was 30 years old at that time. And so I did say like she was just dead for a little while or something, or in whatever she described herself, what form, and came back. So. And I'm getting, because there's something that come across my mind. I'm getting that to part 2. So y'all make sure you check out part 2, because there's something that I have a little connection with that. But this one was, like I said, of the little girl, 4 or 5 years old. I guess it was even earlier when she first said it, start talking about it. So y'all let us know what y'all thinking. If y'all have any kind of things that kind of ran across your mind that kind of relates to this reincarnation, and let us know, put it in the comments below. But we won't get out of here. But before we do me a favor, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, also share, comment below, and I do believe that's it.
That is it. Thanks for listening to
Sunshine
Sunshine
and
and
E.
E.